About 5 years ago, I uploaded a video where I basically thanked my friends for everything they had done for making that year the, or at least one of the best years I had had in a long time. And in that video, I also told how I felt others should also go out and have similar experiences so that they too could make their years just as great. And I'm creating this video as basically like a recreation, for lack of a better word, to serve as a reminder to both myself and anyone else who may need to hear these words, because we all need reminders every now and again, myself included. I know this is true for me. There are just some things that if we can't remember, or even if we do remember it, we just need to be reminded about it. So hopefully this video does just that, not only for myself, but to anyone else who may need to hear the words that I will be saying in this video. And just like all other videos I have made on my channel where I just talk like this, I don't really have a script. I know in my older videos, I used to just hop into VR chat and record my avatar there, but I'm using Facecam because I want to be 100% genuine with you guys, because, you get a lot more emotions out of seeing someone's physical face than you do some digital avatar. Not that, like, the words won't come across the same, but you just get a better understanding of how the person who is speaking to you is feeling in that moment. And, well, I know, like, it's kind of dark right now, but if I turn on the only light I have, it's a bright orange red light, which makes me look like a tomato. And I don't want to look like a tomato while I'm creating this whole video, because I'm sure for some it'll distract them. But yeah, that's why I am showing my face, which I know is something I used to be very uncomfortable with. But after getting very, very comfortable around my friends and everyone else that I speak with on a daily regular, I've started learning that, it's okay to not hide everything about yourself. Because I also know that's something that can hurt people's feelings and stuff firsthand, is if people aren't like fully genuine with their words or their actions, which I guess is also like one of the first points I can bring up in this video. I have had some friends in the past who have either been dishonest with their actions or something of the sorts, and I have seen the hurt they have caused to close friends who consider them family after they found out. And while some of those friends have repaired their bridges and started being genuine and honest with their friends, other friends, I have not talked with them since those days that I found out about their true sides. And I know for a couple of them, the main reason why uh, they turned out that way was mostly because they just didn't hear, or rather, they didn't like put what their friends were saying into action. Like, their friends were giving them all kinds of encouragement and things like, hey, you should do this because it'll help you in the long run. And maybe some of that stuff they did, but others, they were just like, I don't see the use of it. And, I'm also talking about myself here, because I'll admit I have done that before, where friends have given me advice and I either don't accept it, either because I don't see the use in it, or I just feel it's not needed in that moment. And then later down the line, I found out that life would have been better if I, accepted what they said. But because I didn't, I was, like they say, in a hole. So that would be the first point I want to bring up in this video. Well, I guess the second. The first one was, being genuine. But the second is if you are struggling in any form, whether that's just not being honest or your life is just hurting you to pieces and you feel like you can't continue, like if you don't have family to turn to and talk to them and help them support and comfort you, turn to the friends who view you as family and take their advice. And if you don't even have friends, like listen to what some strangers even have to say, or people that you probably do know but haven't gotten to know in the long run. Because I'm sure that there are people out there who do want to help and support you and all of that. And the first step is literally to just accept their help and listen to their words. Like I said, you may not think that their words will be much help, but like you might be surprised. Like there have been times when my friends have told me stuff and like I said, I'm like I don't really see how that would help, but then I actually do it and I'm like, wow, my life is so much easier and better now. And even if it doesn't seem like an instant fix, like, of course, life may not get instantly better as soon as you start taking their advice. Like, sometimes it'll take time, gentle steps and stuff like that. But accepting their advice is one of the best things you can do, unless you know for a fact that their advice literally isn't going to help at all. And that's also why getting second opinions matters, because not everyone has gone through the same situation. Like those who have, of course, can give you like a better help with a solution to that. And that also leads to like another point I wanted to say. Whereas I know not everyone has the same exact, like down to the wire experiences that you have, but that doesn't mean no one can connect with you at all. Like, even if it's just like one tiny scenario that connects you two together and they know what you're going through, just taking their advice can be so much help, even if you don't think it can. Like, one thing I've been doing, especially ever since I moved to this new place that I'm now in, is I've been trying out so many different things. Like, sure, there's a whole lot more that I still need to do and experience, but so far I have tried, done, and seen so many things that I probably, some of which I wouldn't have been able to even be able to do back in my old home. There's a whole bunch of different foods that I've tried, some of which I've actually found out that I really, really like, some of which I'm probably addicted to now, to be honest. There's also been like some shows that I've never seen before that I've gotten to watch. Like, I know before I created that first video, I'd never seen Gravity Falls before, but I've watched it to completion and can say that it is, or at least in my belief, one of the best animated shows of all time. And that might be something that your friends are telling you. Hi, phone, how can I help you? Your friends might be telling you to try new things, so, try them. You might find that there are some things out there that you like that you may have thought you didn't before, and it was either just because you had a bad experience with them, or you just never tried them and thought you wouldn't just because of similar things you've tried that are close to that. I mean, that's something I'm going to be doing when I revive my YouTube channel here. Like, I know before I used to either create discussion videos either about stuff that I thought would, well, it was specifically for Smash Bros because that was a series I was very heavily into back then, but it was also mostly gameplay videos of games that I thought looked interesting or that I knew I would enjoy playing. And I know in that time there were a few demos that I tried, some of which I really liked. but I only picked the demos that I thought looked interesting to me, that I thought would be the only ones that I would actually find enjoyment out of. And while, yes, it's fine to play games that you know are enjoyable, if you don't get out there and try new things, how are you going to know what you truly do and do not like? And that's why when I do revive my YouTube channel, I do plan on making similar videos to this, where I basically talk to you guys about certain things, though those videos are probably going to have scripts and be a lot better written than this one is. And we'll basically see how my channel goes off from there. Like, I'm not expecting to be big when I talk about most of the things that I plan on talking about. Like, for the video ideas I do have, I feel like only a select handful of people will actually enjoy listening to what I have to say on those topics. But, you know, you can't please everyone. And that's something else I feel like a lot of people need to put into consideration. Because I know there are some people out there that, they want to put their best foot forward, put out like the best content they can, and basically draw as many people to like what they do as they can. But you're not going to be able to for everyone. Heck, there are going to be some people who despise what you create, not necessarily because you are the one creating it, but just because for that stuff in general, they just don't enjoy it. So if you do decide to step out there and start doing your own things and whatnot, and want people to see and get engaged in what you're doing, don't try and force them to follow you, especially if you can tell that they do not enjoy what you are doing. Like, I'm sure there's even some like big name YouTubers and Twitch streamers out there that receive hate from people all because there's like one or two things about them that they do not like. Like, I would bring up some examples, but I don't want to turn this into like a drama discussion video. Like, that's not what I'm here for. But to put it simply and basically, yeah, there's a lot that people need to be reminded of, and a lot of words that they need to hear from others and actually need to put into consideration and into action. Because I've seen the downfall of some people that I have considered family, and I don't want to see anyone else experience that. Like, I've been around people who have had meltdowns. I've been around people who are maybe just having very, very bad days, or have had like arguments with people who they also consider family. And, I just want to be there to help and support them all however I can. And I can say the same from my end, where I have had very, very bad days. And of course, my friends are always there to help cheer me up and just make me feel better. So the key point that I'm trying to make in this video is take advice from others, whether they are your family or your closest friends, or even just people that you've only met once before that can be trusted. Because I can guarantee you there are people out there who want to help and support you and make you the best person you can be. And it all starts with, listening to what they have to say, acknowledging it, and, taking actions to better yourself from that. I mean, I'm doing things in my life to help make myself better. Like, I know I'm still not perfect, and there are some things I do and some actions I take that, after I do them, I look back at them and think I probably shouldn't have done that. I could have probably done that so much better. But hey, acknowledging that you're in the wrong is one of the first steps to improvement. And if I can do it, then I know for a fact you guys can too. Of course, I may not instantly see improvement, but if I keep going and keep reminding myself that, hey, I can be better, or hey, you can fix this about yourself and continuous other things like that, then eventually I will become better. Like, not perfect, like, no one can be perfect, but at least becoming perfect to my friends, because that will be more than enough to satisfy me. And that's basically all I can think to say without repeating myself. I'll be honest, I was expecting to talk a bit longer about this, though I guess everything I wanted to say was a lot more simple than I thought. Which, I guess I'll leave you all off with that note. Do not overthink things. It's something I do way too fucking often. And, like, heck, I know my parents have done it before. I've witnessed several friends who have done it before. And heck, even coworkers who have overthought scenarios. And, like, it does not help anything to overthink them. Like, half of the time, they're overthinking over nothing. And that includes myself. Half the time, I overthink over nothing. And, you just need to calm down. Like, calm your mind. Like, in whatever way is necessary for you. Whether that's watching videos on YouTube, or watching live streams on Twitch, or playing, like, your favorite game, or, like, just a game that's relaxing in general, or, like, maybe going for a walk, or hang out with your pets, whatever it may be. Just do not overthink things. Like, that is one of the biggest mistakes you can make as a human being. All right, and with that, I think I've run my mouth on everything that I've wanted to say now. So, yeah, that will officially be the end of this video. There probably was other stuff that I could have brought up that I either didn't think to or neglected to, but, like I said, I'm not perfect. And there's probably so many other people out there who have said similar things that I have, some probably better even. But like I said in the beginning, if I said this in the beginning, I already forgot if I did. Everyone shares their words in their own unique way. And, this is my unique way of saying these words to all of you. So, yeah, if you know someone who needs to hear these words, then please do share this video with them, because everyone definitely does need to hear these words. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the future when I start releasing content again on YouTube. It may not be a consistent schedule, but I do have plans for what I do plan on uploading, and I'll try and get those out as steady as I can, but I can't promise I will. Like, I'm not going to be focusing on YouTube like it's a full-time job unless I start getting, like, millions of views and can start actually considering it as a full-time job. Okay, that may happen. You never know. Like, I'm not going to, you know, put heavy hands that it will happen, but, I'm not going to say that it never will happen. Like, there's a possibility. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way. But anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna speak any further because, like I said, I probably talked everything I could think of at this point, and most of what I'm saying now is probably just repeats of what I've said before. So, yeah, I'll end it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Uh, so yeah, if you'd like to see the content that I will be creating in the future, then subscribing would be terribly appreciated. And so would liking the video. Like, the more people who like this video, the more people will see it, and the more that these words can get out there and be heard by other people who definitely do need to hear it. So please do that if you can. Like the video, share it with others, and yeah, I will see you all in the next video I create. So take care, everyone.